There's a major dating crisis happening today. And honestly, most people are just too distracted to see it clearly. Men and women are growing further apart. Not because they don't want love, but because they're operating on two completely different value systems, and it's tearing modern relationships apart. Let's start with a hard truth. Today's average man is confused. He's trying to be what he believes women want: kind, stable, loyal. He wants to build a life with someone, but over and over again, he's finding out that it's not enough. Because many modern women are no longer searching for one good man to build a future with. Instead, they're seeking an experience, a relationship that fits a season of life, and when that season ends, they move on. We've seen it play out in the lives of celebrities, like the world-famous soccer player Kaka. He had money, faith, fame, he was faithful, and yet his wife left him because, in her words, he was too perfect, too perfect. That story reflects something deeper happening in our culture. Relationships are no longer seen as commitments, but as stepping stones. Many women today are encouraged to treat love like a personal growth phase, a temporary experience to enjoy, learn from, and eventually outgrow. And they're not doing this in a vacuum. They're being encouraged by friends, influencers, social media, and a legal system that in many cases rewards walking away. Meanwhile, men are asking themselves, what do women actually want? How do I build something that lasts in a world where everyone seems to be playing a temporary game? And for many, the answer is simple: they give up. They stop dating. They stop pursuing. They stop dreaming about marriage or family. Because honestly, what's the point of investing your time, energy, and resources into something that can fall apart for reasons you can't control? And let's be honest, this modern dating game isn't balanced. The small percentage of men who are tall, rich, successful, and emotionally detached, they thrive. They have options. And ironically, they're now the most sought-after men by women who refuse to settle. But here's the twist: those men aren't settling either. So now we have millions of everyday men left behind, and millions of women chasing the few who will never commit. The result? Well, it's a society where relationships are shorter, marriages are fewer, families are fractured, and honestly, no one really knows what love is supposed to look like anymore. So what's the solution? We need to return to something deeper than trends, preferences, or just momentary feelings. We need to return to biblical principles, the values that built families to last: loyalty, commitment, patience, sacrifice, faith. These weren't just old-fashioned ideas. They were actually the foundation of stable homes, of generational love, of children growing up knowing what security feels like. Without those principles, we're not just losing marriages, we're losing meaning. It's time to step back, to stop chasing fantasy, and to start rebuilding the family on a foundation that doesn't collapse every time the season changes. Because the future of relationships doesn't depend on who you swipe right on. It depends on the values you stand for.